Here's Morning Star. Just pick up everything, then identify it. Let's do our looting routine.
Oh, what's that gleam?
There's a nice sound to it. Let's just take everything. Yeah, Meridino should have just joined us. Then it would have been no problem. Let's see, just here. Kinda disappointing that you can't use and take along all those mountains of gold with you. I think if you could, you wouldn't have to worry about money ever again in this game.
Fortune!
But those light gold cups, those you can take. Or those single gold pieces. Odds. I guess introducing all this gold back into the local economy would just wreck it. Gold wouldn't be worth anything anymore. Is there anything here? A shovel. More shovels. Here's my gold, and there's my shovel collection. Great. I think around here there was another chest. Did I take those? Yes, I did. So, identify everything. We'll repair, awarding Constitution and Perception. Be interesting. Yeah, damage-wise, it's not that interesting, I think. But we can, of course, try to enhance it with Tenebrium. That one, and with the Tormented Soul. Can. Nice, not award Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Perception. Well, that was just on a whim. And we didn't even lose the Tormented Soul. Fascinating. We now add some Tenebrium. Can. Nice. So, let's give it back to Wolgraff. And I think it deals a little less damage. Not just a little. The right one is 53 to 87. It's a little bit less. But just with a dexterity bonus, it could be that it evens it out. Go. I don't want to see what happens if I use the Tormented Soul on other stuff. Let's use it on our bow. See if we can improve it like that. Maybe we should quick save first before we destroy something. Here and here. But now the Tormented Soul's gone. 2 strength, 2 dex, 1 leadership. Oh. Still pretty nice. Here you go. Even more dexterity. The rest of the things we found are a wand with no special effects. A sarong awarding regeneration, HP, and Tenebrium resistance. Yeah. I don't think we encountered enemies who dealt Tenebrium damage so far. Or at least I didn't notice. Also not that nice. The metal helmet is probably requiring strength. Yes, it is. Half pike is also a strength weapon, of course. Who needs strength? Should we tell the little guy that it's a little bit quieter now?
Still here, are you, fairy? Meridino
we can't.
around here somewhere. Remember.
And let's just leave. I mean, the other thing I wonder is, like, we had to use the spell to turn them from stone into flesh liveness again. Like, what did they do? Were they just petrified all the time? Anyway. But I think that's it for this map. So I think we can now go to the Phantom Forest. Just have a small and quick look at the quests. Yeah, A Voice in the Wilderness didn't really point us to, first to the Luculla Forest, and we found another silent animal who looked to the Phantom Forest, so I think that will be just in the next map, act, whatever you call it. Sender, Who Art Thou is also like an overarching quest, same for Forge of Souls. The Goblin Trouble we will be never able to complete since Lawrence was... Let's say he lost his standing in Silverglen. A General's Tale and story are also overarching. Missing threads. We can go back to the shelter plane. Because we killed the demonic attack. This is also like our main quest. I'm confused that Roy's Menagerie is still open. Of course, we already talked with the animals and set them free, so it should be done. Legend of the Weresheep is also something we have to look into the Phantom Forest. Okay, so I would say we go to the shelter plane, finish everything there, and go to the Phantom Forest. So, end of time.
There you both are. How jolly. I always do prefer an audience when I give one of my history lessons.
If you don't have an audience while you do your history lessons, are you just talking with yourself about history?
My friends, I see you found another starstone. Jolly good of you. But I haven't been exactly idle either, for I think I may have nearly figured out why Source became so terribly tainted.
I don't even know how many starstones we found since it was blocked from unlocking here. And I mean, so far our theory was with the Source taint was Astarte, because we learned that.
Captain.
Because we learned that in the Temple of Astarte.
If Astarte is the goddess of the Source, and the void was contained in her very garden, might it stand to reason that it was in fact the void who turned Source into such a dark and terrible power?
Sounds kind of logical.
But the tapestry has been rewoven. Time has been restored. I must speculate no more, and instead we must see what new shred of our tale you've uncovered.
With the Guardians distracted, Astarte lifted the lid of the God Box. What she saw was nothingness. Astarte had called forth the Void Dragon, whose sole purpose was to undo all creation. Caught off guard and terrified, the Guardians, sworn protectors, fled. But Astarte stood firm. She grabbed hold of the dragon and hurled it and herself into the reaches of the void. Here she battled the dragon for all eternity. For his deception, the Trife was cast out of the first creation. He fell to Rivellon, a monstrous creature unworthy of the realm of the gods.
That's the one who we always met in the different rooms.
Has been tainted by the presence of the void. A once beautiful power has become corrupted, and those attempting to wield it often go mad in the process.
So the tribe was the crow, I think it was, in the past sessions we saw. Let's talk about it.
We may have been tricked into allowing Astarte to open the God Box, but we fled when faced with the Void once more.
That is what fascinates me. It's like they devoted their life to protect the God Box. Then they fled without giving it a proper fight.
Have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
What cowards we were. Let us only pray we still have time to undo our mistakes. How could we have known what was to come? We were simply sentinels by then, and the ones with faith in Astarte to boot.
How could we have known what was to come? We were simple sentinels by then, and ones with faith in Astarte to boot.
Fascinating that just one part was voiced. Odd. Yeah, and I think Jahan will talk more about demonic temptation, right?
A bit drafty in here, isn't it?
What a miserable fool that fat old troll is. A king? Nay, a jester. Holed up like a mole in that cave of his, counting coin everlasting.
Did he have the exclamation mark before? Did I just overlook it? Odd.
Do none of them realize, the hoarders of wealth, the gatherers of gold, that when the object of their greed becomes an obsession, it enslaves them? Even demons need not play their greedy games with the likes of this damnable troll. He is the instigator of his own curse, doomed by the knowledge that what he was will never be enough.
Jokes.
Material possessions are but vanity, a ball and chain around the ankle of intellect. I'll have none of it. No more.
Don't we have like so much gold? You have it too, Jahan. Yeah, Scarlett's definitely way too materialistic for
I
that.
think I could fly straight to the void.
We've met one mad troll and you'd give up all wealth. Now that is true madness.
Aye,
I
Captain.
think Roderick is kinda neutral regarding that.
I'm the empathy ear.
I'm not surprised you disagree amongst yourselves, for I do admit the point I make seems extreme and not devoid of naivety, but in our line of work, the eternal hunt, prosperity really is of no matter.
No, Jahan is right. True greed leads to strife, discord, and even war. We should have no need of it.
Riches may buy you a staff, a sword, a bed. It may buy you companionship if you wish it. Trinkets if you want them, liquor if you need it.
Equipment to fight.
But none of that matters when
Wishes
you are
to drink.
out stalking the enemy. Wealth makes weak. It makes one question the necessity of the chase. It corrodes devotion.
I mean, to a certain degree, I would say he's absolutely right. I mean, how many wars are about wealth and riches and everything? But I completely abandon all worldly possessions.
Captain. Are we near
Ah.
a event?
Especially as an adventuring party would be quite
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't
not
it?
the wisest approach, I think.
And devoted we must be, hunters. We must push on despite pain and deprivation. More than life depends on what we do. The fate of worlds hinges on our commitment.
Wonder if we unlocked another elemental room, but I don't think so. Because usually Zigzags was waiting here. I think, yeah, we have still 2 bloodstones. Bloodstone and a bloodstone shard. Should we save them? No, I don't think so.
Every year,
I think so far the fights are going so swimmingly that we can just use them and have a look what more story is hiding.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister.
Go.
Oh, another one for the collection.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all
Yes,
kinds
exact.
of wonders stashed inside. I wonder
Saying like... Maybe he's waiting beside a portal, isn't he? Those 2 are still inactive. to the Forbidden Zone.
Oh no! Oh heavens!
Wrong imp.
You know what a great joke!
Where is Zigzags? That portal looks different. There he is. It's that easy. Just look for the different portal. Trader's Imperium.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
Let's find out.
There's a seafaring atmosphere about this place.
And seafaring leads to the exotic, to trading. We may be in for a treat.
And we have once more those floating jellyfish we also saw in the White Witch's Grotto.
Guardians. Oh, Guardians, I need you. Heed my plea in these void-filled hours. The dragon is overpowering me. Our enemies are battering the fragile gates of time. The skies are darkening, and the stars are being extinguished.
Which kind of course makes sense that the Void Dragon was freed, because like in the very beginning when we looked through the telescope we saw at the end of time that the Void Dragon gets free and destroys the world. So we have to change that future. Which means I guess that Astarte is fighting a losing battle and we have to make the difference.
You have to reach me. Star stones will pave the way. Find them, use them, empower them, and hurry. Please make haste.
Only Starstone can stay the Maelstrom now.
Alas, that damnable stuff is hidden better than a leprechaun's pot of gold.
I mean, we already found quite a few. I wonder, like... I don't remember, like, how many of them you needed. But what I can tell you is there are more than you need. So you don't have to find every of them. Because, like, for example, the one we found in the Goblin Village is kind of missable. Because you have to either get the hint from other sources that you know that there is a bloodstone inside the totem, or you just have to randomly destroy it. But it's one which I would say is very missable. Ancient letter. Dearest Henry, dear cousin and king, joyous tidings, the generals have accepted. Divines themselves will make them immortal guardians, and no living creature will have to fear the void no more. All doubts have been assuaged. The word I don't know. All doubts have been assuaged. All worries have been quelled now that they've taken this glorious task upon themselves. Hail to our heroes. Hail to the guardians. They will never be forgotten, not as long as time itself runs its wondrous course. Signed, Lady Helena, Countess of Leliant. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. We know that time will come to an end. The very interesting trader. This carnival, decorations, fire elemental in a cage, one of those weird monster packing mule things, even a totem. And we can just loot the chest and everything.
Welcome, welcome, step right up. Browse these fine goods from far-flung fairy worlds and local slums the same. Take your time, or don't. Time is meaningless after all.
We're at the end of time? I guess so. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, it seems like an eternity ago. Or was it 1,000 years from now? Huh. I was a simple market peddler on the cobbled streets of Alaroth. It was Master Six-Sacks himself who passed one long, or possibly very short summer by teaching me both the art and science of rift hopping. And I've been trooping to and fro across space and time ever since.
Sounds like quite the useful trick. Wouldn't say no to learning that myself. But I think the teleportation pyramids we have to do kind of the same. So what kind of rings do you have? Ooh, a ring with +2 speed and pickpocketing. Sounds like perfect for Wolgraff. Just want to say, ouch, 7,000 gold, that's quite expensive. And we have 100,000 gold. We don't even have to think about, you know, I don't even have to think about like pickpocketing or anything, cause we can afford that. So a ring for Wolgraff. So remember to actually equip those. Ooh, gloves with +2 dexterity. Also for Wolgraff. Belt with lockpicking. Who needs strength? Using an armor which requires 12 strength, which is quite a lot, but awards dexterity. Kind of seems odd. Ooh, a helmet awarding leadership, which is a bit nicer than the one she currently has, so let's take it. Another bow. Very similar to the one we currently possess. And ours gives like way more bonuses to ability scores and to attributes. The D&D terms are strong. I think that's it. We can have a look at the dagger, but it seems not that strong. So I would say that was nice. Sell all of the unwanted equipment. Go.
Good day, good customer.
Well, let's don't forget to equip everything we we bought. Change those rings. That on. Scarlett, we had the helmet. I think that was it, right? Let's see if we can give Roderick the dexterity gloves. Yeah, let's do that. Even though the music is so different from the later games of Larian, it still really has some quite nice tracks. Battle theme is awesome. I also really like this theme.
Think I could fly straight to the
We get another room, or do we have to use another of the bloodstones? Get another one. I think now we get the elemental room.
My friends, we come to it at last.
It's finished.
All of the missing threads have been
last scene.
rewoven, and the canvas is clear for the first time in eons.
Nice. I wonder if it progresses the story in any kind.
The final mystery may at least reveal itself. The final thread of your memory may be restored. Let us watch.
The Guardians had failed. Source was tainted, the Void was loosed, and all that stood between Rivellon and annihilation was Astarte herself. Overcome by guilt, they hoped to undo their failure by undoing reality itself. And so, they ripped their threads from the Tapestry of Time, so becoming unknown to history and unknowing of themselves for
We created
all
the Starstones.
eternity.
We just took it from the Tapestry of Time. It was us all along.
As their threads fell to Rivellon like shooting stars,
Oh,
they hardened into crystals the people called Starstones.
nice. What a twist.
I can tell a joke also. Free on a
So
good
the
day.
souls within us intentionally tore themselves from the Tapestry of Time.
Then it made us kind of be reborn, just as like ordinary humans.
I wonder how much of a spark.
Also
it takes
interesting
to
that
sap a
even though we
human
did
to
it,
vapor.
both of us did it, we still stuck together, right? Like we still found ourselves and everything.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's
And
got
look what
all-
happened. They killed themselves in the most thorough manner possible, only to bring more grief through Starstone.
It was a show of weakness indeed. They could have tried to make amends, but no, they just had to obliterate themselves.
Hey, we agree in being vindictive. So, I wonder if there's even something left we can discover with more.
3 out of 4 have already been reinstated, and now the last of the elemental shall rejoin its illustrious masters. Glory be unto them, and glory be unto you.
I wonder if we even can use another Starstone, or if that was like the last thing. I think there were still portals not opened.
Every year, I said.
Go to the Hall of Stone.